Well, moving on now, and if you're lucky enough to be going on holidays, one of your concerns might well be overindulging.
And Weekend Sunrise nutritionist Lorenzo is here to give us some simple steps to keeping on track if you're going on holiday. Morning to you, Sarah.
Good morning.
Okay, firstly, let's start talking about healthy eating when you're travelling. So you're sitting in a car or a bus or a train or on a plane.
Yeah, well, even when you're on a plane and you're booking your ticket, there is so many other meal options you can look for. You can select things like vegetarian, you can select things like keto. And I always say to people, like, it's important when you're travelling, even if you're travelling, especially flying, to look for more protein, because when you're having carbohydrates, they draw in water, and dehydration is a really big thing for flying as well. So I always say to people, if you're on a plane, a glass of water an hour is optimal. But there's some great ideas and great snacks that you can include for car trips and for flights and that kind of stuff, just to make healthier choices and to have healthy options. And these things, it's always looking at things that are pre-packaged. So these things here are great, just things like vegetable sticks that you can buy like that, or little bits of fruit. Nuts is excellent as well. All the different protein bars for travelling are great for just to avoid that kind of poor choice. Definitely, even when you're travelling on flights, you can look at it, like, there's lots of options with bowls of fruit that you can get, and surprisingly at every airport. And if you did want to take fresh produce on a plane, you have to be mindful that you often can't take it into the next country you're going to, so you would be having obviously to look at just portion controlling that. But always great options out there, and especially in airports, if you look around, you'll always be able to find things like nuts and protein bars and stuff like that. And for car trips as well, service stations have those kind of things as well. So there is always healthier options if that's what you're looking for. Sometimes you just might not want to look for that, and you might just want to eat the plain food and enjoy yourself and let it all hang out. It depends what your objective is, really.
It is difficult to... The temptation is to eat worse when you're on a flight, isn't it? It would take fierce resolve to eat keto plain food.
Do you eat the plain food?
Among other things, yeah.
And the bread roll, that's the first thing. And drink the alcohol, because it doesn't actually count when you're on a plane.
Of course not.
It's like not the same.
No.
But I like it that you're saying that, look, you do need to just let everything hang out
100%.
sometimes.
Yes,
so
absolutely.
then you're more likely to keep on track. But some people might be really, really concerned about that. So, OK, let's talk about when you're it's time to relax, right? What's your suggestion?
OK, so my suggestions are, when you're travelling, first of all, immerse yourself in that culture. That's really important. Just to eat what locals eat. If you are doing that, stick to 3 meals a day. Just avoid that snacking. And remembering, when you are travelling around and on holidays, if you're not on a car trip, you can do up to 20,000 steps a day, because you're looking at things, there's interesting things to look, to do. And especially if you do want to stay on track, a lot of restaurants will often put down baskets of bread and jugs of water. So just avoid things like filling up on bread before you have a meal, so you can enjoy the culture or wherever you're immersing yourself into. That's kind of my suggestions. And just remember, it's more about taste than bulk. So just appreciate different tastes and different flavours. That's they're sort of my guidelines. But at the end of the day, most of all, above everything, enjoy yourself, because if the damage is done, you can always come back to your normal life and you can repair it. There's this, and I've got 101 programs
in fact, it's in Sarah's best interest if you just let it all hang loose.
If you let it all hang out and you can come back, I'm here to help you get back on track.
I'm essentially transiting restaurants when I'm on holiday. So how many steps do you need between each restaurant in order to cancel out what you're about to eat, including savaging of the bread rolls?
I'm going to say 20,000.
20,000
You could do 20,000 steps.
And then you can eat what you want?
Yeah, I don't know. It just depends.
Especially in Italy.
Avoid the snacking and stick to the portions. Just don't... Well, you can't really go back for seconds unless you order another plate, really.
Well,
that's the other thing as well, And travelling can be really expensive as well, too.
Can be, so walk. OK. Thank you very much, Sarah.
OK, thank you.
And you can find all the details over on the Sunrise website.
You're watching Weekend Sunrise, our top stories this morning.